36. Let's see where we are money-wise. Okay, so Suna needs that, which is 56. And Lux needs that, which is 36. So how much does Lux need? We need 34,500 for Lux. And then Isuna needs for hers. I already have that, okay. Okay, so Isuna's set. I just need 35 grand for Lux. So let's store 100k of that as a diamond. Or 10k, whatever. So that way, if we get back up to another 10k, so as soon as all set, Lux is the only one who has a purchase left to make. So without a power up, I'm kind of not in a good place. So let's do that then. Okay, so if I get about 600 gold every fight, 10 fights is 6,000. Okay, that's manageable. This should put us in a pretty good position here. Okay, that should put us, let's see, something's got to come out of the woodwork here. Don't want it to head back in. There we go. should have sold those opals. Take care of that next time. It's not a big deal, but it is an extra 100 every time, so I want to keep my eye on it. Let's check our gold reserves. 4,500. Not bad. One down. Nicely done. Okay. Now what around here gives the most experience? Probably this fight. It is particularly nasty. $6,600, okay. Oof. Rough. $7,300. That puts me at 7,800. 500. Okay, almost there. Come on. I know you ain't scared of me. Or maybe you are. What level is Lux now? Lux is 36. Isuna is 45. Which is high enough to beat the last couple bosses, but not high enough to handle the enemies I'll encounter on the way there. Which is frustrating. And then there's that. Boy. You're a very mean man. I need you to understand that. Okay, let's see if I can't do a revive here and make it work. I don't want to use an M water if I don't have to. Finally. Oh, never mind. That didn't work at all. Oh, come on. Okay. See if we can hit him with this. Yeesh. I'm just a firm believer that life spells should not miss. Then again, the state that I would be in if enemy life spells couldn't miss, it would be... Oh wait, item shop's down here. Gonna sell our opals. Put the ice cloak back on, so I could probably sell that too. Same for the amulet, because I've got that crown now, which is a pretty hefty boost to what I want to do. That would certainly speed up getting to Lux's armor. So the reason I was saving up for diamonds was so that if I encounter another one of those nights and randomly die, I don't lose the money. I'm actually saving up for Lux and Asuna's best equipment, which is available in these shops. But I have Asuna's best armor and stuff now. She's got Immortal Robe and Brilliant Crown, so she's set. It's just Lux who needs to get his only piece of armor in the game he can get right now, which is going to cost $34,500 when all is said and done. Oh, much better. Perfect. So now I have 2 diamonds, which is 20,000 money. And if you die, you lose half your money, but you don't lose any jewels you have in your inventory. So it's sort of an insurance policy against difficult enemies, which they have around here from time to time. Oh, come on. Well, that was a foolish thought. Yeah! Oh, guard up 6, power up 5. Those are good ones. Good growth. Oh no, I've read your comments. Just trying to focus on getting this head up before I respond. Everyone always uses these 2 characters, yawn. Well, they are fun and they are well balanced. They use them because they work, and the game is already hard enough. You don't need to intentionally make it worse. Though I am curious if it's that different if I have Isuna first and then Lux, if the only major difference is I don't have to listen to the clanking. I like the demon guy. I like all of them. Valsu is nice and broken, but they all become pretty absurd toward the end anyway. Triple 3, beaten it with everybody. I've beaten it with everybody except the robot, so I'm going through with the robot for my stream, but I haven't played it in I haven't played it all the way through in 10 or 15 years. So I don't remember where everything is, which is actually kind of fun. Oof. That's gonna hurt. But we're gonna power up anyway. See if we can get a shot. After the exact 2 you have there, the demon and the dwarf. Actually, I think while I like the robot the most, I really like Wilmy, the alien, just because his weird fire setup and the fact that he is so bizarre compared to the rest of the cast. And Camille the Knight is also fun. This is gonna hurt. Yeesh, you are really mean. Makes me so angry. He's so fast. And he Lux at full because most of the magic will kill him. Use my entire MP reserve just trying to hit this guy. Ugh. Now I gotta go back in and recharge. Play the exact two you have there, but yeah, I mean, Lux and Isuna are ones that I see often on speedruns. I know Lux is the character they used for the tool-assisted speedrun because he starts out so strong. And Isuna covers all of the gaps in Lux's offense and defense very well. I mean, Legis is okay at it, but he's not great, and Valsu isn't... Valsu is very strong, but he's not unstoppable until you hit level 42, which I only just reached with Isuna recently. Because the main reason to use Valsu is his spell that restores all of your HP and MP. Which is an absurd spell. There's no reason to have that in any game. Ever. Okay, Lux is finally outpacing Isuna in health, at least. Which, considering she's on like 6 or 7 levels ahead, is pretty impressive. I love this game, but it gets really hard. Yeah, it does. And it's more that it scales really fast. Absurdly fast in some cases. But I don't think there's a point at which it's too much. It's just nasty. But like most role-playing games, everything can be handled with proper grinding. Except for one apprentice fight. An important one and an unavoidable one, but not the end of the world. Probably prepare. The demon character is a tough fight. I think he's not that bad if you get to him before, you know, you're like level 30. And then if you're wearing the fire cloak, most of his spells aren't going to do a lot to you because he only has, like, they're pre-programmed to attack with certain magic. Isuna and Valsu, if you encounter them, will attack with ice magic. And Legis and Wilmy will attack with fire. So if you have the fire cloak on, it actually makes things a lot more reasonable. Haven't beat this yet? I'm so close. I know that I'm so close. Just not quite there yet. No, I understand. I keep it down like tonight's the night, and then it's just, ooh, doesn't quite happen. It's just this guy. All the other fights, perfectly reasonable. It's just this guy. And it's not because of anything particular about his damage or output, it's just can't hit him to save my life. Yeah, okay. There he is. Okay. Ugh. Jesus. That does such an absurd amount of damage. That guy does not give nearly the experience he should, given the difficulty of him. It's interesting to think about the design work that would have gone into all of these enemy encounters, because they had to basically make groupings and tables of enemies that would be challenging for any of the 7 characters to encounter at this point in the game. So you've got one set that's got a really high defense, one set that's got really high damage, one set that's got really high speed, stuff like that, and you have to all account for all of that. Yeah, the stone brains or the silver brains way long ago, they are the best experience, but I can't get back there anymore. I do want to do a test and see what happens if you save before you travel back in time, and then travel back in time, and then lose a fight and die before saving again. Stuff like that. Yeah, you have to farm the brains not just for the experience and gold that they give you, which is ridiculous, but also because they drop the elixir item. It's called life recovery, but it just fills up both of them, and you want to have those on hand. The blue undead that are in that cave I ran into last night and got my face punched really hard, those also drop those recovery items. And once I can handle those things, I might have a better shot at making it through the cave, because the bosses aren't the problem at this point, it's just the regular encounters. Jesus. Come on. Lux will get the speed boost that he needs when I'm in the boss fights, but I try to save the bottles for that. Or at least do the best I can. haven't checked my gold recently. Where are we? 5 grand. Okay. Almost there. I did get the buff in Melanon, because you can only get it once unless you intentionally break through the thing, but I avoided doing that on purpose. I wanted to be fair and kind of engage with the game on its own terms, so I didn't do the buff up glitch. Oh, I did not. I always forget that happens. For some reason I thought Nowhere sold those permanent bottles. Come on. $1 million a bottle. That would be crazy. By the time you were done farming for the first one, you'd be max level anyway. Okay, let's see what we can do here. There's got to be a strategy I could use against this guy. Get him a little extra defense here. Let's see if we can actually punch him here. See if I can just hit him. Everything goes quickly. But I do actually have to hit him. Sadly for Survivor, because those are force high agility with Lux. Yeah. I could see that, but I also, you know, I was trying to do resetting messes with Elgato. So I was trying to minimize that. The only time I did it was I lost the fight in Petrov. So I called it a night and I just reloaded my save so I would avoid not having my runes for that fight. Yeah! Good speed up there. Okay. I have enough now, I think, to buy Lux's thing. $7,000 plus 2 diamonds plus some other gemstones. I should be okay. Yeah, there's a you can get a ROM that's patched to be more in line with the Japanese version of the game. Okay. Do I have any other? Oh, one opal. That's all. Okay. Now let's see. Am I going to use the ring or the amulet? I'm not going to use the ice cloak. Selling demands. Okay. Let's do this. No, let's see here. I need another 2,000. I'm not selling the B protects. The ring protects against vacuum. The amulet protects against... Let's just get rid of that so I can get my armor and move on. Here we go. Okay, now we move on. Everybody's gained 1 level, so we're going to go and we're going to try that cave again and see how we do. Which means I got to get to the cave. Here we go. Oh, now they're coming up. So there are two pieces of equipment that Lux can get beyond his starting equipment in the game. One of them you find on the floor, like, after you've only fought 2 bosses at that point. And then this is the next piece of equipment is the one I just got, which is the very end of the game. Oh, come on. This is the only place where you can get a weapon for Lux and the only place where you can get armor for Lux. Wilmy has 1 weapon that he can get, which is dropped by the sword enemies, and it is the sword. The sword of sorting. But yeah, other than that, that's all you got. You gotta play it again. These graphics were awesome back in the day. They're still, like, the style work and the monster designs and the character design is still actually very impressive, I think. Okay, yeah, I definitely can't do anything without the power increase. So let's make that happen. Better. I just think there's a lot of imagination that went into this game and how it roughly functions. Pretty soon it is going to be 80 out of 7. That number is actually going to go up because I found some other Japanese games I can add to the list. Because I have everything released in North America and Europe, but I'm looking for Japanese games that I can add without too much difficulty to try and balance out my list. Because there's a lot of sports games. There's like 240 games that would be considered sports. There was around 1,700 games released for the Super Nintendo. So there had to be more than 772. There's around 1,700 released, but almost 1,000 of them were Japan only, and they were entirely in Japanese. And they never got like even translation patches or hacks or anything because they're just not interesting in that way. Sadly, too many. Well, a huge chunk of them are just Mahjong and shogi and board games and things like that. But there also are a lot of like role-playing games that never got translated. Like there's a bunch of Sailor Moon ones that look interesting that I would totally like to play if I can find patched ones of those. Okay, was the inn over here? Let's try this again. 12G. I have 100 translation and a 10,000 no translation. Well, that's why I kind of look for ones that don't require a translation. Okay, here we go. Oof. Let's rock. Hers, 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 hers. How long does it take you just to finish the American release games? Oh, forever. Years. So that's why I'm going to sort of mix and match them as best I can. Because this is all sort of optimistic. I would have to do this as like a full-time job to really be able to beat all of them eventually. And that's not something that is happening right now. Ouch. Oh, dang it, I gotta pay more attention to who I'm casting spells at. There he goes. Okay. Ever played Bart's Nightmare? Yeah, Bart's Nightmare I beat on stream a while back. Let's see here. Let's see. Bart's Nightmare was game number 55. If this hits them, I win. If not, I'm back where I was. So you can do that. Oh, I didn't restock my potions, did I? Okay. That's another thing I gotta do. Okay. See what we can do here. I don't think that'll save me, but it's worth a shot. That Revive 2 spell better be expensive as hell. How many exit gates do I have? 8? Yeesh. Just got absolutely rocked in that cave. These guys don't even have an item shop, which is just the worst. Okay. Just gonna hang out. I'm not that far from a level up. For Lux at least. And every little bit helps, but yeesh. It's insane. But if I were to like commit to 8 hours a day of just sort of doing this, playing through them, you'd be looking at probably a year or more to get through the whole library, probably 2. Actually, it took like 3 years for that one guy to play every regular Nintendo game. The Mexican Runner, I think, was the first one to do something like that. So that's why it's just a fun thing to like keep track of. Oh. Good thing. Defense has nothing to do with how much damage magic does. The difference between out here and in that cave is so stark. Dragon got moves, man. It's like, what is my strategy supposed to be going into that cave? Is this just, do I need to be massively over-leveled compared to the enemies out here? Like, do I need to be level 50? Or am I supposed to run away from them? There's all kinds of things like that. Yeah. Those are all good level ups. And on a good level up we save. One of the frustrating things about the past is none of the shops sell those exit gates. So if you wind up in somewhere a bit beyond your level, you're basically stuck there. Oh hey, much better, Lux. Much, much better. Still can't hit the guy, but you know, baby steps. god. I only get like 650 experience for each of the characters when I do that, which is not a lot. I mean, he needs 15 grand, she needs 7. I have to fight 11 of those demon knights to get her a level up. Assuming Lux doesn't die. But I am going to need potion 3s. I can't go into that dungeon without potion 3s. Asuna, your best armor you can get is tissue paper. One of those tube men at a car dealership. I was playing Secret of Mana. I didn't like that game. This one looks interesting. Really? That is not a commonly held opinion. I would be curious, what about it did not appeal to you? Just the fact that it's an action RPG where there's no time to stop and think. I could see that. Sometimes games just aren't for you, and that's fine. There's too many video games to worry about that. One in particular. I have officially started a game. Secret of Mana was game number 60. Hoping for Wilmy and Lux. Well, Wilmy and Lux is an interesting pair because you don't spend any of the money on equipment that you do for the other characters. So you can focus instead on buying all of the items that you're going to use. And Wilmy is fast, which can be very helpful. Of course, you have no healing, which is its own problem. But you're going to need all those potions because it's a good thing you're not spending money on weapons and armor because you're going to need a lot of potions. The thing that's great about Wilmy is he's really good at the apprentice fights because he can hit them hard enough right away that even if they do like a defense up, he can usually knock them out before they get a chance to exploit their superior stats, because he's already super fast. So he hits a lot. Is it only 2 people in your party altogether or more players later on? You can only have a maximum of 2. And there is a significant percentage chance when you approach someone to join your party that they will just battle you instead. Which is its own can of worms. Potion 3. Yeah, Secret of Evermore was one that I had never seen the ending before. I'd played fairly far into the game, but I'd never seen the ending. It seems to be a regular phenomenon with role-playing games. I think Final Fantasy X, I sat like at the end of the last dungeon for over a year before I actually beat it. Definitely need to have these on hand. Okay, what else you got? Have my mirrors been used up? Oh, I've used a few, haven't I? Come on, faster, faster, faster. I didn't think I was that low on mirrors. I've used all of them. That's crazy. How about harps? Have I got a harps? Nope, I have plenty of harps. Last thing I'll buy is a bottle of agility because I just used one in that cave a little bit ago. Perfect. Okay. Now we go save again. Seems easy to navigate around. For the first, like, 3/4 of the game, you generally have a pretty easy time navigating because you can teleport between all the different cities you've been to. That ability just got taken away from me not too long ago. Okay, Isuna's about to level up again, so that's good. Do I want to wait till she does? Yeah, I probably want to wait till she does that since I'm currently totally outclassed in that cave. That's a very strong character combo. It really is. And that's the part that's kind of almost upsetting, is it's a really strong combination of characters. And it doesn't seem to matter all that much. Just oof. So, minimum 40 to beat the final boss, yeah. But when you're in the final dungeon, you can actually avoid the enemies fairly effectively. I forgot about the Cave of Weakness, though, because you kind of have to rush through that one because the enemies are so intense. But I want to be able to farm out some recoveries. I want to get through the Cave of Weakness tonight, at the very least. Because after that, it's a hop, skip, and a jump to the final battle. Lux has been getting faster. Lux is 38. The different characters have different endings in this game. Not as such. They have different paths through it, very minor differences in the way certain situations are handled. But the actual ending is kind of locked in. Well, you don't have 7th Saga for the Super Nintendo on your Game Stick device? That is unfortunate. It's a fun one. I'm curious, why are you buffing instead of letting him end the battle faster? How do you mean? So, because of the way defense and power work in the game, if you defend the turn before you attack, you do double damage on the attack. If I were to just attack without giving him power up or without doing defend first, the attack would not be strong enough to do significant damage, because its damage is defense subtracts from total damage rather than yeah, so you kind of have to exceed it before you're even doing anything at all, and that's assuming that you hit, which the speed stat is very strange, so sometimes it can be, you know, you can throw out 10 shots and not hit anything. But I have to buff or else the battle would not end. And if I don't up her defense when I know they're going to attack her, then she is very likely to die. But if I do a power up on him and he defended the previous turn, then when he attacks, he does a ludicrous amount of damage if he hits. Perfect. Magic 4, speed 4. What's your speed at, Isuna? You should be coming up at the top of the range there pretty soon. We're only at 189, but your magic's at 198, so... Okay, let's get one more save in there, now that we've got our items restocked. And we'll head for that cave again. Because every level makes a significant difference in how successful you are against the enemy. Like if I give Isuna a speed up now, that puts her at 228, which is... yeah. You'll stop at the S-Brains and level up big time. That's kind of the way to go if you want to just get it taken care of. But you will kind of also want to wait until you have the Sky Rune before you do that, until you finish the Apprentice fight. And then you go to the S-Brains and you level up, because that just makes it more manageable. The Knight. A guy who is the biggest threat of the current, of like the monster group in this area. And he ran away. He hit me once and ran away. I wasted magic. If the game decides he hates you, it's set till you restart. No, it's not. Every 500 experience, provided you have not fought the other apprentice previously, their attitude toward you changes. So yeah, if you get a response you don't want from one of the other apprentices, then you go out and you get 500 experience and it will change. That's what I did when Isuna was giving me a neutral response the first time I ran into her in Zealous. Unfortunately for Wilmy and Legis, the percentage chance that they will be mad at you is much higher. I think for Wilmy it's like nobody has a better than 50% chance of even liking you. Okay. Let's try this again. Oof, here we go. Okay, let's try again. What do we got in here? Okay. That's what we want. Jerk. Dang it. I was hoping they would drop something I could use. Crap. Good God. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, that's 2 down. Oof. Perfect. Borsia's spell is weakening us. Okay. Ow. Okay. All three of them are going to attack Isuna, so what do? That. One, two, good. Jesus. Two down. Okay. Oof. Yeah. MC, okay. The energy has been drained from my body. Okay. Well, crap. Double crap. Okay. Let's see if Isuna can survive a single attack from these guys. Dodge. Duck. Dip. Dive and dodge. That's not good. Well, thank goodness. Let's get Lux back up to snuff. Good dodge. Ow. Okay. If I keep defense upping him, it occupies them because they have to keep casting defense down. Ugh. Jesus. Okay, one down. Let's see, how much does Ice 2 do on you guys? I don't remember. A fair amount. Okay. Now I gotta heal him up, or he's gonna die immediately. Let's see here. You two. Let's keep it alive. Dang it. Dang it. And he gets to act. So gross. That's manageable. Oh my god. You guys suck so bad. Okay. I need to get her all the way back up, which is just a hassle. And you haven't even been powered up yet, so I can't do anything with you. She's not going to do any damage. Okay. There we go. Now Lux can one-shot you. If he hits you. Actually, I can't buy potion 2s. I can only buy potion 3s. Let's use potion 3s. Oh, so frustrating. Oh, come on. Good Lord. Well, I found a recovery, so that'll help a little bit. Saro might be in the back room. So close. Oh yeah. Okay. No recoveries, but I can work with this. Let's ride. You have interrupted my rest, you miserable fool. I will send you to the dark world. Dang it. Okay. Jesus, Lux. Let's bring you back up to snuff. Okay, that's a physical attack. That's what's going on. I wonder if I save the whistle from the very beginning of the game and use it here, would it work? Let's go, bottles of agility. Good lord. Oh yeah. Yeah. 6, 6, 3, 2, 4, 4. Nice. Okay, now we gotta heal up again. Okay. Here we go. Sir Gorfun instructed me to let nobody through. If you wish to go forward, you must first defeat me. Okay. Okay, those are my defenses. Ooh. And that's why I bought harps. Jesus. Okay, how's your magic defense? It's not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see what kind of ice damage we can get off of this thing. Not a ton. Actually. Close your eyes when that happens, because that's a lot. Just in case Lux gets hit by that Blizzard 2 spell. That is a lot of golden experience for that fight. Okay. Leave me alone. Lux, I knew you would come. Gorsia took all of my power away from me. Now I can hardly feel the sunlight on my body. I no longer have the power to protect the people, but I removed Gorsia's curse on the runes. When you use the runes, they should give you enough power to fight Gorsia. Lux, I have to leave the rest to you. Fight Gorsia and win for the people. I'm growing weaker as I speak. Don't worry about me, though. My flesh will perish, but I will be reborn to a new life. And now we are leaving, and we are never coming back. We get VO while you play Red. I like doing the voices. I think it's fun. Like a big benefit of streaming is you get to do the silly voices. Okay, let's rest up a bit. Welcome to my inn. It costs 12 to stay. One night. Would you like a room? Okay, check item levels. Do I have agility? That's my main thing. I have 4 agilities. I only have 2 potion 3s. Oh my. The moon rune will weaken Gorsia and reduce his attack power by half. Yeah! The sky rune will weaken Gorsia's magic power. We felt the moment of his death. When he died, his soul touched the runes and removed Gorsia's curse. He must have known your power is the last hope. Please take the runes and answer his call. The wizard rune will block Gorsia's power for a short period, and he will appear from the shadows of the dark world. The wind rune will reduce Gorsia's agility. Using the water rune, you can reduce Gorsia's dark power by half. Using the light light rune, you should be able to deflect his spells and attack him. There isn't much we can do to help, but we'll be looking forward to good news. Now you're at the level time you have left. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, because I'm at the 2 hour mark here, which is usually when I stop, but it's also only 1 in the morning because I started earlier, I'm going to give it 1 run, and then if it doesn't work, try again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Save into game. Okay, here we go. Dodge. Oh, crap. Oh, that's right. That's an issue. Nice. Okay, recovery, that's good. The strange structure of this building confuses our senses. Okay, so every floor is the same, but depending on which one you go in, you might go up or down and not have a choice, so you may get locked out. Okay, so it's like the stairs in Inception that loop back on themselves. Okay. That's new. Okay. That's with the defense up, too. This is gonna hurt. Wow. Looks like we're gonna have another round of grinding to get through this. Jesus. I was hoping I could get straight to him without having to deal with that. Worth a shot. Yeah, but I can't use the runes. The runes don't do what they did before. I don't think. See? The runes are attack now. That's interesting. So much damage. Okay, looks like we've got another grind session ahead of us tomorrow. But we tried. So, we got there and we were so close. So, we're going to grind for an hour tomorrow and then take on the next tower. Should be fun. Tomorrow night, the end! I can feel it in my bones. Yeah, because once you get the runes back, they're not usable as buffs anymore. Now they're only for debuffing the final boss. They don't do anything to regular enemies. Okay. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Boy, that was nuts.